One.
Welcome in, race fans. This is Inters Racing League Tier 1. We've got a double header this weekend. We've got round 16 and round 17. We've got a 235% race. So first one's going to be at France, and the second one is going to be at the Netherlands. And I'm joined today by Tetris, who races for Williams in Tier 3. He's had a pretty cracking season. Tetris, how you doing today, mate? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Joseph. I'm doing really well. How are you today?
Yeah, good, mate. Nice to be here. Obviously, I think we've pretty much got a full grid. We might be missing one car out there today, but we'll have to see how it looks once things get underway here. But we do have a few reserves, so I'll just get those out of the way while I can. We're actually missing both the Aston Martin drivers today. We're missing the Tier 1 leader, Prince, but we do have Miller in replace. And Chill Pill is out as well for Aston Martin. In Mercedes, we're missing Tomo today, but we've got Marcus Costa in the Mercedes. In the Red Bull, we are missing Riley, but we've got BPV8 in the Haas. We've got Frosty in there. Just can't see the one that we've got missing there, the full-timer in the Haas. But Ferrari, we're missing G-Force Leo today, and Webbsy in replace for him. So, yeah, just 19 out on grid today, Tetris. So it's going to be interesting without Prince there. So probably KLX looking probably to be favourite, and also obviously Marcus Costa, the number one reserve. He'll be looking to probably do pretty well out there as well, you reckon?
I think so. We've had a couple of retirements early. Not sure if they're quali bans or just last to first challenges. But firstly, a big shout out to Buster, who is in the chat, watching on stream, watching on Twitch. Hello to all the viewers out in Twitch land. Yep, indeed, up the Williams, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We've got, as you said, we've got a couple of high rollers out today, so there's no Aston Martin on the grid, which is obviously going to benefit the other teams that decide to finish and don't DNF. But I'm on board with Broccolilli at the moment. He's the first driver out of the gates. Everyone else just sitting in the pits by the look of it. Unless I am... What is going on? Everyone...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's one-shot quali, of course. Bloody...
Yep.
That's what's going on. That's completely took me by surprise. I did actually mention it, but there we go. One-shot quali is done. I'm looking at it going, why am I only seeing one car on the track?
Yeah, a few early DNFs would have just been the track limits. Yeah, just going a bit wide there. So, yeah, caught us out a little bit. But Webbsy, I think, yeah, he's got a pole for Ferrari by, not much in it at all. What's that? 3/100ths there to KLX in P2 and Williams. Extinct Body P3 in the Alfa Romeo. Broccolilli, so he returns in the AlphaTauri today. Great to see him in P4. Broke Vegan, driving for Alpine. He's newly signed P5. Aussie 2K goat, the Williams TP in P6. Midweek Risties, we should say, is actually Verk, using his second account today. So shout out to Verk, one of the best names I've seen there. Lorenz Bro picks up P9 for Alpha. Romeo, that is. Tyler's P9 in the Alpine. Good to see him back. Matty AU in the McLaren P10. Roscoe, his debut on the Ferrari there, P11. And the rest of them will just come up on screen shortly for me.
Yeah. Of course, because the reason why we have the 235% races because we missed out one of the races a couple of weeks ago because of the Vegas Grand Prix or last week. So we decided to give Tier 1 a break on Sunday afternoon and do 235% races to catch up to make sure that the points and everything were part of the season. I'm not sure about the points. Are the points the same today, or have we got reduced points because of the reduced race?
No, points will be the same. We're actually missing the sprint race at France for Tier 1. So, yeah, we've decided to give full points for both feature races today at 35%. So, yeah, plenty of points out there on grab today for the drivers.
Cool, and I don't think formation lap's on either, so we're going to go straight into the race. Just recapping the top 10 in the driver's standings, though. No, we don't have time for that. We'll do that later. 5 red lights. And it is lights out and away we go. Webbsy gets a good run. KLX gets a good run as well, but Extinct Body is up on the inside already of the Williams. Webbsy through to take the turn one, and KLX round the outside of Extinct Body broke Vegan. We've got a few drop backs. It looks like there's been a bit of action at the back. But
yeah, Roscoe's around there, Tetris, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we've got a couple of DNFs already. BPV8 Mamba already. I'm not sure whether did they DNF on the starting grid. Yeah, Roscoe's lost his front wing. There's a couple of drivers without front wings as well. So there's been a bit of action on that opening lap. And we've already got a full course safety car as well.
Hopefully get a bit of feedback. Well, we've had a bit of trouble with some of the cars just sitting still on the grid at the start of the races. We know Codemasters does a great job every weekend, getting these lobbies right for league racing. But yeah, hopefully nothing sinister there, just unfortunate, and we'll get the safety car in after a couple of laps here and we can get underway. Look, there's only a couple of cars without the soft compound tyre at the moment. We've got Frosty in P10 on the mediums with Broccolili behind him in P11. Dools has opted for the hard tyre in P15, so he'll go long, hoping for a late safety car, get some softs on, you'd imagine. And then I'm a noob, P16 on the mediums.
Yeah, a couple of different strategies, but most of the drivers are opting to start on the softs and head on to the mediums, I would imagine, around lap 12, or no, probably even before that, around lap 10. 10 laps on softs, 9 laps on mediums, that sounds about right. But the safety car will definitely play into the hands.
Safety car's in? Oh, no.
No, the safety car is...
The safety car's a little bit up ahead, according to...
Yeah, they've still got to catch up to the safety car.
Yeah, they
have to do a lap.
Right.
So they've just caught up to the safety car. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 drivers in. So let's see what they actually get onto. We've got Broke Vegan onto the mediums, Maddie onto the mediums, Frosty onto the hards, Miller onto the hards, Scotty mediums, Roscoe hards. So I would imagine that those hard runners will want to go pretty much the entire distance of the race on those hards.
Absolutely.
Unless there's a late safety car around lap 15.
Yeah, you'd imagine they'll just have to nurse them for the first couple of laps here. Just on board with I'm a noob. You can see he's just looking after those hard tyres coming out of pits. And he'll definitely, you'd imagine they'd look to go all the way to the end. Unless, there's a late safety car and, if they can, they'll throw in another set of softs. And, otherwise you just get eaten up at the end, you'd imagine, on old hards.
Yeah, look, track position is good, but track position with the full grid behind you on fresh softs, not so good. You would drop like a stone from the Titanic's deck if that was the case. We had a couple of some penalties on there before. Broccolili has still got a 5-second penalty, I'm imagining, because he hasn't pitted yet. I don't think he's pit. He's still got a 5-second penalty because I think there was one other car that had the 5-second penalty but had it removed when they jumped into the pits to strap on the fresh set of tyres and also to change their front wing. So I think Tier 1 stewards might be a little bit busy for this particular race because I think it was about 8 drivers that had to pit for...
Oh, Scotty's picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. It's a tough one in France too. You've really got to get on the brakes a little bit earlier. We did get word actually from Mamba in the AlphaTauri today, who's reserving up at least a tier or 2, doing a great job for his team there, but unfortunately didn't have control of his car. So yeah, it is a code disaster, unfortunately. But yeah, we can't really red flag that one because we need at least 25% of the grid to be out with something like that. So very unfortunate they're caught out so early. But we'll continue on. The safety car will be in after this lap, and we can get racing underway.
Yeah, well, we've got the opportunity. Let's go through the Tier 1 rankings. Prince at the moment, top of the table with 342. So by the looks of the gap between Prince and KLX and P2, he can afford to miss a couple of races and just take it easy. He's got 132 point lead over KLX. So yeah, him missing today's race, it will hurt him. It'll hurt Aston Martin, the overall constructors, but not going to hurt his championship campaign in the slightest if he misses today's race. KLX P2, G-Force L30 in P3, Tomo, Nick Thompson, our mate in the Mercedes, in P4, I'm a Noob, P5, Verk, who is the mid-week Risties in P16 today, he's currently in P6, Riley, P7, Extinct in P8, Scotty in P9, and TP, our illustrious TP, or my illustrious TP for Williams, Aussie 2K in P10. So yeah, we've got most of the drivers in the top 10 in today, apart from Nick. G-Force doesn't seem to be on the grid today, L30, and Extinct I think is missing. Apart from that, everyone else...
No, Extinct is up in P3 for
Extinct,
Alfa Romeo.
I am using my man glasses. All right, so we're back to safety car is in. I'm on board with Websy. You take us away once they get going. He's just taking it very, very gingerly. The safety car is in, and he is just waiting, biding his time to take the grid away.
And he's off. As soon as he goes around turn one, he puts down the foot and he's away. He got up to about a 4/10 lead there, but it's coming down a little bit. He is extending, so KLX not too far behind. Extinct Body about the same distance behind there, as is Aussie 2K, Goat the Williams P4. You got Lorenzbro in P5, so he's actually gone down. Actually, no, he's gone up, sorry. Let's bring up these position changes so far in the race. So Lorenzbro is up 3. Marcus Costa, the big mover in the Mercedes, up 7 positions in P6 at the moment. Tyler behind him in the Alpine, up 2. Broccolilli is down 4 with the time penalty, so he's struggling a little bit. Then you've got Dawes and McLaren up 8 positions in P9. So Mercy, the team principal, will be happy to see that driver in good form today. You've got Broke Vegan down 5 positions, but is coming up quickly onto the back of Dawes at the moment. He is going to have a look on the inside. He gets the move done, Broke Vegan, so very nice there on the chicane. Good exit. He's going to get a good run, and look at Broccolilli in front of him in the AlphaTauri. So what are you seeing, Tetris, as we get underway here after the safety car restart?
Yeah, I saw Tyler make a beautiful move into turn 1 on, I think it was Broke Vegan in the Alpine, reserving in the Alpine. There's a few movers down the field a bit. Scotty's gone off, midweek Risties. I'm just going to call him Burke. Burke's gone off track, and I think Scotty was either overtaken or something happened there. But, noob, 5-second corner cutting penalty. It's all happening here. Look, there's going to be DRS activated at the end of this, or not at the end of this lap, now. Oh, Roscoe's just got a 5-second penalty. There's so much going on up and down the grid. I don't know where to look, bro.
I got a feeling someone might be giving Roscoe a bit of a hard time. So if I get word from Roscoe, we'll be taking action. Looks like we've got an Aston Martin driver who may be having a little bit of fun here. So anyway, we'll keep on racing.
Yeah, so the Aston Martin Miller, he's reserving for Aston Martin. He is now 5 seconds behind. I think he's lost his front left end plate, so he'll be wanting to pit very shortly. Back to the front though, we've got KLX putting a lot of pressure on Websy at the moment. So we're just going to go back to the front 5 or 6, because there's a lot going on. KLX making the move on the on the inside into turn 10, round the long right-hander of turn 11. Manages to make the move stick. So KLX up into pit 1. Extinct Body very, very close behind, but if he needs to pick up the pace a bit, or else he's gonna lose that 1 second DRS gap, which it looks like he already has done. But he's got it back within a second. So let's see if he gets that.
Yeah, nope. Just missing out there.
Oh, it's because DRS hasn't been activated yet. My bad.
Just come on now. Broke Vegan actually getting a nice run on the back of Broccolilli. So Broke Vegan up in the P8 and just behind his teammate there. Miller gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane.
Just on board right now with Marcus Vegan, just made a beautiful inside overtake on Aussie 2K. Lorenzo Bro giving a huge amount of pressure to the Williams driver at the moment as Marcus Costa chases down P3, P2 and P1. He's on a mission, Marcus, today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Up 9 positions, and yeah, he's always the fastest car out there once he's focused and he's got his mindset straight. He's very hard to beat, no doubt about it. But Webbsy in the Ferrari, he's on the back of KLX at the moment. He's about 3/10 behind. These two are having a pretty good race. Extinct Body's fallen back about 1.5 seconds into P3, so he'll have to just be thankful he's got that clean air relatively in front of him, and hopefully the two in front of him will be finding a little bit.
He's gone for a move on the inside. Sorry. He went for a move on the inside, but I think it was KLX ported. I think it was desync because now KLX is 0.8 in front. So not sure what's happening there with the connection.
Yep. Luckily, it wasn't too much damage either way. Both cars are still going out there. KLX getting a nice exit out of turn 1. He'll be hoping to break that DRS 1 second time there. Move a little bit further down. Looks like Lorenzbro's got a nice exit out of turn 1. Coming up to the back Aussie 2K goat, but he won't go for a look there. Just will tuck him behind. Broke Vegan as well on his teammate up on the inside of turn 1. Gets the job done on Kyler. Tyler and Marcus Costa picks up a 3-second time penalty there, pushing really hard.
There is a few penalties beginning to develop. Let's have a quick look at them. We've got 3 seconds. We've got a lot of 5-second penalties. I'm assuming that's for the pit lane because that's a absolute. I don't want to say any rude words, but it's a real hard case of a pit lane entry. Catches everybody out if you're not careful.
Yeah, I've actually heard of a glitch. Maybe I think it might be the Friends one. I'm not sure, but it's a bit unlikely that so many drivers will be getting 5 seconds for speeding in a pit lane in Tier 1. But yeah, maybe it has caught a few out today.
There's a wonderful battle actually developing in the midfield between Broke Vegan, Lorenzo Bro, Aussie 2K and Tyler. So we're just going to stick with that. It's like 7 cars just like almost nose to tail around this Sector 3.
Yep. Broccolilli and Frosty have joined the party and Dulles as well now. So, geez, there's 8 of them. There's 8 of them actually just in a bunch. And this is going to be pretty exciting into this third sector here. The final couple of corners.
Aussie 2K's in. He's in for his... he wants to try an undercut, I think. I would imagine that's what he's going for.
Yeah, he didn't like the look of that scrap, I thought. No doubt about it. Frosty up on the inside of Broccolilli gets the move done, so he's up into P8 into the Haas. Good driving there from Frosty. Tyler as well, P7. Lorenzbro's looking confident in P6, holding his own. Broke Vegan's going to look to chase down Marcus. That'll be hard, but Broke Vegan's in pretty bloody good form in that Alpine, and it looks like he may be getting onto that DRS. Yeah, it looks like
he's caught it.
So, yep, Marcus is going to drag him along there.
Yep, and Webbsy and KLX just out in front. They've pulled away from Extinct. So the 2 top runners have pulled out a 2.5 second gap. So just back, there's 3 wide. They're going down the Mistral straight. Tyler getting Lorenzo Bro getting the move done on both of those cars in the Alfa Romeo. But nice Tyler there. On the inside takes Lorenzo Bro as well, and Frosty getting that done. That was the first one.
Yep. Oh, geez, Lorenzo Bro on the inside of Tyler. These two are scrapping really nicely after Frosty just got through there. He squeezed through, as you said. Miller picks up a 3-second time penalty, having a great race. But yeah, Dawes actually joining the party as well. As we said, this fight continues as we press on. Looks like midweek Risties is on the back of Noob as well, and a couple of those drivers got some time penalties. They'll have to serve them if they do pit again, otherwise it will cost them dearly at the end of this race.
We've got a few people into the pits, a few drivers. Marcus Costa probably looking for the undercut on Extinct. Lorenzo Bro also into the pits as well. So they'll come out right at the back of the pack. Let's see where that puts them in relation to Aussie 2K, because he pitted a couple of laps ago. I'm pretty sure he's just rounding the final corner now, but he's going to be a couple of seconds behind. No, he overtakes Lorenzo, bro, and slots in really nicely just behind Marcus Costa. He is within the DRS, so he's actually done a great undercut there on Marcus Costa. If he can stick with him, Marcus would be able to drag him along. So that's a great... Oh, that's a safety car. Yep. Thanks, Battle Cat. What happened? Broccolilli DNF'd.
Yeah, no, I didn't see what happened to Brocco, but that's unfortunate. He was having a good scrap out there. It was where all those guys were having a battle, so yeah, may have just come unstuck. Super unfortunate. It sucks for... Pretty sure it's the only Alpha... No, Mambra's out as well, so yeah, both Alpha Tauris out in the race at France.
Very unfortunate. Still another 35% race to come at the Dutch Grand Prix. So not complete loss for those. Got Websy and KLX have dived into the pits. They're going to take advantage of this. They'd be crazy not to. Yes, we should definitely be issuing fines for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
if they come directly into our bank account.
We'd be able to upgrade our trophies that we send all the winners, wouldn't we, Battle Cat?
Gold coin donation.
We have, yeah, and everybody, all of those drivers that had that 5-second speeding in pit lane penalty are all serving those penalties as we speak.
Broke Vegan gets a drive through, so
yeah,
that's going to end his. That's going to end his race, unfortunately.
That is brutal.
Yeah. Well, he'll scrape into some points, but yeah, it's going to end his podium chances anyway. That sucks.
So it's been a very... I'm not sure if... Did Broccolilli DNF on track, or did he DNF in the pits? Did he retire in pits? I would imagine it wouldn't be a safety car if he DNF'd in the pits.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't bring out a safety car for that, unless someone got major damage somewhere that we didn't end up seeing.
Well, I do remember I think it was a Tier 4 race last season where one of the McLarens retired in the pits. Oh no, it wasn't the McLaren. Anyway, one of the cars retired in the pits, and when you retire in the pits at France, the car drives out and basically drives directly onto the racing line in the middle of turn 1 and then stops there. So I think it caught out a couple of drivers, and yeah, there were a couple of DNFs as a result of that DNF in the pits. But we're looking at, I'd say we'd be going around at least one more time for Miller to catch up. There's also 3 cars, P13. No. Who's that? Is that Marcus Costa? Yeah, so that's Marcus, Lorenzo, Aussie 2K that still have yet to catch up to the pack because they pitted a second time after their first pit just before the safety car. That safety car wasn't very well timed for some of the drivers, definitely.
It's one of those things, a safety car. You either love it or you hate it. It'll either come at the right time or it simply won't. So, yep, it's a luck of the draw, really.
Yeah, it's definitely luck of the draw.
So we're going to go around one more.
So just over halfway through the first Grand Prix of today's race meeting for Tier 1. And KLX and Websy having a great battle for the lead here. And Extinct, I would say that this has definitely played into Extinct's hands, because he was dropping back without the DRS on those two cars. He was dropping back substantially. But look, P3 is obviously respectable enough. He was probably quite happy just to get in the rhythm, get his vibe happening, and see how the undercut worked when it came to the pit stop phase. But they've got a second safety car to deal with.
Yeah, what wouldn't have helped Extinct was he was sitting in P3 and he had Marcus Costa behind him with a 3-second time penalty. So he was looking, relatively comfortable for a podium, and now he's got Frosty right behind him, who's looking very quick today out there in the Haas on, same tyre, mediums, just one lap old. So, and then Brad Vegan, of course, who's very fast today, but got the soft compound on, but he's got a time penalty. So you'd imagine if those guys, Extinct and Frosty, can stick around with Broke Vegan, they'll be looking at a chance for a podium, as is Dools and Tyler as well.
Yeah. Look, everyone up to about P10, there's definitely opportunities that happen after safety cars. There's opportunities to take advantage of, but I'm just going to jump back up with KLX as he leads them away. Safety car is coming around the final few corners, and KLX is backing the pack up to make sure that when he gets his jump, he gets the best opportunity to lead everyone away.
Yep. So, looks like Broke Vegan is jumping into pits.
He's going to try and serve that drive through, I think, straight away. And KLX is away.
Work, actually, but, yep. KLX is away. He's got a pretty good jump too there on Websy. And Extinct Body as well, but Frosty's pushing very hard. Maybe looking to go up the inside. No, just tucks in behind Extinct Body there, as does Dools in behind Frosty. And Tyler gets a nice exit out of turn 2 right behind the McLaren of Dools. Midweek Risty, the TP of Mercedes. That's Verk. He's in P7. And Marcus Costa, his teammate today, in P9. So Mercedes.
Marcus Costa's gone 10. For a dive, and he's almost spun Matty AU around. Sorry, I was just on board with that. But Matty AU has saved it.
No, you're right. Call the action where it is.
And they're fighting up the Mistral straight. Marcus Costa, he's going to go for the move on the inside, but Matty AU taking the outside very well and retaining the position. Marcus Costa's been touched from behind.
It looks like I'm a noob. May have just touched the back of Marcus Costa there when Marcus was looking for the switchback. And, he's picked up a 5-second penalty. So that's an instant penalty there for the Haas driver. Instant
penalty. Oh, that was so unfortunate. That was a great battle between Matty and Marcus, but it's ended prematurely, which is the same with a lot of my relationships. But back up the front, we've got the fighting is still going on. We've got KLX maintaining the lead. Websy sitting behind Frosty, pushing very hard. He's only 3/10 behind Websy. He's gotten past Extinct Body, and Dools is following through as well.
Yeah, I'm a noob, not sure what to do. He's coming into pits. He was looking a little bit frustrated there, and he stopped in pit lane. Broke Vegan there as well, so maybe he's not too happy, and he's actually retired from the race. So he's had enough. That's enough for noob. But I heard Matty AU's sigh of relief from here when Marcus AU got tapped around. So he's sitting pretty in P8 at the moment. He's got Scotty in the Red Bull about a second behind him at the moment. So Scotty's going to look to close that gap, open the DRS, and see what he can do in the last 5-6 laps of this race.
Yep. Websy's still sticking with KLX, who's still got Frosty and Extinct and Dools, Tyler. Midweek Risty's all the way down to P7. It's going to be spicy AF when the DRS gets activated. Extinct's just picking up a 3-second penalty for track limits.
Aussie 2K Goat got a nice little exit there on Miller. Up on the inside. Will he get the job done? And Miller's just come right across there and right into Aussie 2K Goat, and looked like he braked a little bit early coming in the chicane as well there. So Aussie's got his handful trying to get into P11.
Yeah, it's a great battle for the final few positions. Marcus Costa has decided to stay in the race, which is very admirable. Broke Vegan, I think when he went to serve his time penalty, his drive-through, I don't think it allowed him. So back up the front, we're just going to go back. I'm just going to head back up the front to, because now DRS is activated. This is when the fun begins. So we just want to see how everyone saved their ERS, if people have saved their battery for these next 5 laps.
So Miller's just gone around, coming out of turn 2, and Aussie's gone right into him. Yeah, unfortunately there for Aussie 2K Goat, picking up damage there. It might be missing a front wing or at least an end plate.
He is. We're just back up to the front. Websy's taken advantage of the DRS, and KLX has let him past. Didn't fight it too much because I'm pretty sure that he knows that he's going to be able to get him back and just have a little battle. He's coming back on the Ferrari at the moment as they come through the final into the final sector. But yeah, Frosty putting a lot of pressure on these front twos as well, and just staying with them. Marcus Costa has
Miller and Marcus have just taken each other out.
Oh, good times. Just having a bit of a French love tussle. Excellent. Alright, so Matty AU has dropped back a little bit on the top 7, but the top 7 all within DRS, so we're going to stick with those guys at the moment for the last 5 laps of this race. 4.5. So as they come down the Mistral straight, let's see if KLX goes for a move. He's got the DRS, moves to the inside, and yes, takes that position quite easily. Very respectful up the front at the moment. Oh, Frosty and Extinct having a bit of a battle. Frosty getting ahead of Extinct, but only just. Extinct slotting in behind, just tucking in behind to get the slipstream, but is he getting for a move on the outside? Oh, and Duel's now getting involved as well. It's very spicy. I think my co-commentator is just pause for a bit of guacamole. There's so much spice going on.
Just had to run out of the comms box and get into a quick meeting with the FIA to discuss the future of a few drivers. Yeah, fair enough. We'll let the stewards and the FIA have a chat about that after the race. Still got the top 6. Oh, it looks like midweek Risties has dropped out of the DRS of Tyler, so we've got 6 drivers still in contention for podiums. So it's getting a bit exciting. Matty, oh, there's a bit of action at the back. Matty AU, Lorenzo Bro and Scotty having a great battle for P8 because those 2 drivers have caught up to Matty. I don't know if he's got any damage. He seems to be struggling a little bit on those softs. So we're going back up to the top. To the top 6, who are locked in a very intense battle for the last 3 laps. KLX maintaining his lead over Websy, but just can't seem to pull ahead. And Websy, is he going to go for a move on the inside? No, it seems like he just tucks in behind. Oh, he does! Dives down the inside, but KLX sticks it around the outside of turn 11. Oh. And as they come around to turn 12, which is the tight left-hander, which leads them through. He is having a look, there's no doubt about it. Yep. You got to say Frosty as well, just sitting back there in the Haas, just waiting for his opportunity to open up there, looking at the back of that beautiful Ferrari livery with the white wing there. Magnificent looking piece of machinery, no doubt about it. But KLX doing very well just to starve off these 2 who are pretty thirsty for a race win here. There's just over 2.5 laps left to go here, so they're really fighting it out for the podiums. Extinct Body, of course. Looks like he's got one of those time penalties, so yeah, 3 seconds, that's going to cost him. Looks like it'll be a battle for the top 3 for the race win, Tetris.
It does, and as they come onto the long right-hander of turn 6, round turn 7, onto the Mistral straight, looks like, I don't know what's happening here, but KLX, my view was looking like Matty was in P1, but obviously not. KLX has managed to just maintain this lead. He's doing a great job up the front, staving off, as you so eloquently put, Websy, Frosty and Extinct. And also Duels and Tyler. There's, like I said, there's like a DRS train of 6. Extinct, I think, is going to be the one that loses out the worst in this, because he does have
a good squabble.
Yep, we'll go back to that in a bit.
Yep. Yeah, KLX, Aussie 2K Goat is in the lead.
Yep.
What?
I don't know. That's what I was looking at before. Aussie 2K Goat is winning. And Broke Vegan is in P2. KLX has lost the lead, according to Codemasters. Having a great afternoon. Oh, no, there we go. No, they're back.
All right. I think Aussie 2K Goat pitted, and he's got the fresh tyres on, and they've unfortunately put him in the lead with Codemasters on my screen, but
it's back to normal, I think, now.
All right, I'm glad. Oh, there we go. Okay, yep. Screen just reset itself. So, yep, 1.5 laps to go. KLX, he's got a nice little lead there. Frosty's got about the same gap to chase in, and so does Extinct and does Duel. So about 4, 5, 10 separating each car from the top 5, 6 down. Tyler as well, and then mid-week Risties. That's a mouthful or a handful. He's in P7. He's got about 4 seconds to catch up there to Tyler, but you don't think he'll get that done, and he's got a time penalty. Lorenzbro really needs to get about 3 seconds off in the last lap and a half, but I don't think he'll do that to pick up another position. And Scotty in P9 in the Red Bull, just plugging away there nicely, as is Matty AU, but he's got a time penalty. Don't think that'll cost him. That's your top 10 anyway.
Yeah, look, there's a great battle between Websy and KLX. They've been swapping positions, and I think on the last DRS straight, on the Mistral straight, KLX allowed Websy past, but I think it was more strategic than anything, because we're coming on to the last lap here. KLX is in a great position behind Websy. If he saved enough DRS and he gets a great exit out of turn 7, he's going to be able to take that lead back and get have that race to the finish line. But it's still, a full lap to go, and we've got 5. Tyler's just dropped out of the DRS at the moment, so maybe his tyres have just gone off the cliff a little bit, but the top 5 are still in contention for that podium. But it's so hard to, at the end of the race, with your tyres going off and your ERS battery on empty. So let's have a look what KLX does here.
KLX, yep. Oh wow, he's got a lot of ERS
to
let go. Yeah, he certainly did. At the perfect time. So the exit right here is crucial. Looks like they've both got off very nicely there, so it's going to come down to exact skill and a little bit of ERS in the battery. But as you said, Tetris, there's about half a lap to go here, so it looks like KLX might get away with this one. But Frosty's having a nice look on the inside of the Ferrari, just getting nice and close. Websy is flashing, so we know he's out of ERS.
And so is Frosty behind.
Oh, Duels, big snap! Extinct. He's having a look. Duels has got the car under control, but he just about lost it. Wow, just held that. That would have been a fantastic replay from his POV, no doubt about it. So just round the final corner, KLX is going to get this one done. Very nice, very consistent. He gets the race for Williams. Here at France, Webby P2 in the Ferrari. Oh no, it's Websy is down to P5 for some reason.
This is Codemasters. Well, KLX is in P2 and Tyler's in P1.
It says Tyler's P1.
What is going on?
Who knows?
What is happening in this world? We know that KLX. KLX has dropped down to P7.
I just hope at the end of this, once we're out of this lobby. Oh, I've just seen Tyler absolutely go under Extinct Body's car and is underneath the car of Extinct Body. If you get onto, whoa, that was interesting. Okay, all right. This lobby is one to remember.
At the moment,
wow.
Extinct
Yep. Extinct and Tyler. It's a what do you call that?
I don't know. It's like
A
it's
third
like
one I think has joined the party.
it's a threesome. It's an F1
That's a
threesome
piggyback
on.
and a half, isn't it? Oh, yep, we've got an Alpine in there as well. It's a
It's a car
it's a menage a
orgy.
trois. We're in France. That's what it is.
I'm sorry.
Look, I think this lobby might be well and truly glitched here because none of these cars are finishing. Wow.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
All you can do is really have a giggle at that one, can't you?
Yeah, sorry, I kind of lost it there, Broseph. That was
That's all right, mate. As you should.
uh, kind of crying right here at Tetris Land. Um, well, let's have a look what the final screen says. Please wait. That was actually a fantastic battle for the last few laps between the top seven. Um, KLX and Websy and Frosty. Extinct was in there as well. It's just a shame he had that 3 second time penalty. That really hurt him at the end. But just a great race from the top, the top 10 basically.
No doubt about it. It was a lot going on there. But yeah, good scrap at the end, especially from the top five. And as you said, there was a mid-pack. Good little scrap there halfway through the race. Frosty did great to get from P16 up to P3.
And Duels, P17
and Duels
to P5.
as well.
P4, sorry.
Just gonna make sure I get all these results.
That's all right. I've scrolled through.
Beautiful.
So just taking from the top, we've got KLX P1, Websy P2, Frosty P3, Duels P4, Tyler P5, Extinct P6, Verk P7, P8 is Lorenzo Bro, Scotty P9, Matty AU P10, Aussie 2K Goat for Williams P11, Broke Vegan P12, and I think they're the rest of your DNFs, Miller, Marcus Costa, I'm a Noob, Broccoli, Roscoe, Mumba, and BPV8, the two drivers that didn't actually end up getting off the starting grid. It's a very, very eventful race, I would say, Broseph.
No doubt about that. Eventful is the word.
So, as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, we've got a second race. If you wanted to just make sure that the weather was correctly approximated, we will get this second race green flagged as quickly as possible. Pardon me. We've got a few people that have left a few folk that have left the lobby, which I'm not sure what's going on there, because there is a second race, everybody. So KLX, if you want to jump back in the lobby, and get ready for race 2 this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll get some invites out to those boys.
Should we pause the broadcast while we're doing this?
I think we're all right.
Okay.
I think we can just waffle on. We can have a look at the
good at that.
The standings of the overall, if you don't mind. I've just got to get a couple of invites out here to Mamba.
The standings of the overall?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Which overall? The overall?
The overall.
Right, well, let's have a quick look at that. We've got Williams in P1 on 883 points. This is obviously before any calculations for any of the races that have happened this week. So we've obviously had Tier 3 and Tier 2 racing earlier this weekend. But before that, we had Williams in P1 on 883. McLaren very close behind on 850, 33 points behind. Aston Martin 69 points behind, our favourite number, on 781 in P3. Alfa Romeo doing a great job under the TP ship of Timmy, our illustrious league owner, sitting on 732 in P4. Since he took over, has made a lot of smart decisions and signed some really, really quality fast drivers and rocketing Alfa Romeo up into P4. So he's done a really good job with that team since the beginning, or since the trade period of the season. Ferrari, my friend Broseph, P5, still doing well in P5 on 718 points.
Hanging on for dear life.
Clinging on for dear life, but you've got a 34-point buffer to Haas in P6, Red Bull languishing in P7. Shame because there's some really good quality drivers in that team. Alpine P8, Mercedes P9, and Alpha Tauri bringing up the rear on 482 points in P10. So we are at Zandvoort for the Dutch GP. One-shot
Yep.
quali.
It was a quick plane flight. We got on the extra quick Concorde and flew out here. And we're going to be having a one-shot quali, so straight into it for the lads. And just to get rid of the elephant in the room real quickly, we did have to remove a driver from the grid. We just thought there was a few too many shenanigans going on at the back there, and speaking with the other league owner, we agreed just to remove him from the race today. So hopefully we'll get a much cleaner race out there for race 2.
Yeah, got the super red eye, and we are now sitting just outside Amsterdam, which is one of our favourite places to be, with the Orange Army, and we're just waiting for the OSQ, the one-shot quali, to begin. Drivers loading their setups, making sure they've got everything tweaked and everything ready for the race, and the quali, and then the race.
Yeah, just mentioning before, I just want to highlight Alfa Romeo, as you said. I thought they were toast about, 5 weeks in. They were dead last, no good at all. And, as you said, Timmy came in and he recruited some drivers that really just did knuckle down and get a lot of points going. And they're up into P4 at the moment, so it's been a fantastic turnaround and they're pushing really hard. Not sure if they're going to get the win, but it's been a great turnaround, as we said, and to overtake Ferrari, who were pushing for the lead not that long ago, just a few weeks ago. Interesting.
Yeah, Timmy's showing his ruthless leadership skills and his ability to turn shit into gold. If you mind my French. Oh, Brock Lilly getting very out of shape in that first sector, which drops him back to P14. KLX at the moment happening. Oh, Marcus Costa disqualified from the session. Parked in a dangerous location. Got beached, I would imagine. But yeah, we've got someone off. Broke Vegan's off. It's a very tricky track. He's spinning around like a record. Very tricky track. The track at Zandvoort. If you get it right, it's a great track. If you don't get the setup right, if you ride the wrong curb, it's not a great track at all. But as they cross the line, it looks like it's going to be very similar. Yeah, KLX getting the P1 in that. Let's have a look at the... Oops. All right, so there you have it. There's your one-shot quali. Not a very exciting way to watch the qualification from a Twitch perspective, but there we have it. KLX P1, Websy for the Ferrari P2, Dulles in P3, Lorenzo Bro P4, Frosty P5, Extinct P6. Scotty getting the Red Bull up into P7. Nice work, Scotty. Roscoe P8, Aussie 2K P9, P10 Midweek Risties, aka Verk, P11 Broccolilli, Tyler P12, Mumba P13, Noob P14, P15 Matty AU, Broke Vegan P16, Marcus Costa unfortunately DSQ'd, and BPV8 also DSQ'd in P18. But look, Marcus in P17. It's a 19-lap race. We all know his pace. We all know he's capable of a last to first. If anyone can do it, he can. Not sort of jinxing him or anything, but he's definitely got the the ability when he is on form to bring that car up to the podium.
Oh, he's got the skill. It's a marvel to watch him out there going from last to first when he just executes it perfectly. Broke Vegan as well. You know, he's really talented when he displays, everything that he's got. It's great to see those guys in really good form. No formation lap, so straight into the race here. Should be another good one at the front from KLX and Websy, Frosty as well. Yeah, let's hope we get some really good clean racing and not too many safety cars.
Yeah, that would be nice. Looking a little bit overcast, so I wonder if we might even get a little bit of weather later on in the race. Looks like it's going to be dry to start with, but Zandvoort quite unpredictable when it comes to the weather. But the drivers just at the moment putting their final touches on their setups, making sure they've got it all right. The lights are coming on, looking dry. We've got 5 red lights, and it's away we go. KLX getting away really well, but also Dools pushing up the inside between the Ferrari. And on the first corner, we've got Dools, doesn't go 3 wide, he pulls out a little bit, and KLX swings it around the outside. The Ferrari and the Williams going side by side, but KLX just getting through. And there's a bit of a car park. Everyone looks like that they're... it's 3... it's
concertina
4 wide.
Effect here.
Oh!
Yep. Big concertina effect.
There's a Mercedes round.
There's a lot
out.
There's a lot of drivers out there. That was a massive pile-up. We saw coming out of the big hairpin there, the big one that loops around to the left. There was a concertina effect. It looked like Lorenz Bro and Extinct maybe had to get on the brakes a little bit early there from the cars in front, and then the cars behind just weren't expecting it, and there was just looked like one of those highway pile-ups there. Just really unfortunate. BPV8, he's out of both races. In the first few corners. Mamba as well. This is...
and...
You don't think...
also, Verk out on lap 1. That is so unfortunate. Such a good driver.
We had we just might get a bit of feedback from the drivers there at the bottom. We may have had a car enter the grid that shouldn't have been racing there.
I don't know what's going on there. What do you want to say, Miller? We're not ghosting you. We're just looking at the race right now, bros. So yeah, that's a full course safety car. Full course safety car right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers in the pits for front wing damage. It's good to see they're all still in the race. Marcus comes out. He's already made up, well, I would imagine that's 8 positions, even with a safety car, even with a front wing change.
Yep. Just unfortunate for those drivers. They'll be absolutely spewing. So, yeah, as you said, a couple of drivers decided to come in and box. They're on those hard tyres. Extinct, Marcus, Matty, Roscoe decided for the mediums, as did Brett Vegan and Tyler. And we've got those cars from P1 to P8 just still out on those tyres that they chose with from the start of the race. Really unfortunate for those 5 drivers to DNF there. Haven't heard too much feedback. Just a little bit from Verk, just asking a few questions. Wouldn't mind a bit more detail, if I could, from some of those drivers involved there at the start. I don't think it was anything malicious. Like I said, just some of those drivers at the front just had to get on the brake, and it just looked like a bit of a pile-up. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like, as you said earlier on, there was a bit of a concertina effect. I think a couple of the drivers, round 4, 5, 6 and 7 were just having a few issues. They were battling, and then the cars behind were trying to get, obviously track position as well. And from my perspective, KLX, Dools, Frosty, Scotty, Lorenzo, they were all through quite cleanly. But I just think that it was one of those situations where 4 don't go into 1. I think there was the attempt by some of the drivers to take advantage of opportunities, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a wrong thing, but just happened. And look, it's one of those things where at the beginning of the race you have incidents where they can be avoidable, but cars are wide things. They're like,
yeah, especially the F23 model as well, and Zandvoort in the first and second sector Tetris, it's skinny, man. There's no room for error. So Yeah, there's just nowhere to go really, and it is a little bit harder for the guys online in real life, obviously, because there's no consequences here, and you do really go for it, especially in Tier 1. And what's the old saying? If you don't go for a gap, you're not really motor racing.
Yeah, you always go for a gap if you always go for a gap. All right, but now we've got the safety car in. It's the end of lap 3. KLX is backing the pack up to make sure that the safety car is into the the pit lane before he goes. We'll stay on board with him to make sure he gets away cleanly. Wait for this safety car to be over, and he is waiting, leaving it quite late. He's away. He's gone.
So Frosty actually got a good run in the Haas, but he's just going to tuck behind the McLaren there in P2. So Frosty holding his own, and Scotty as well.
Moves.
The Red Bull up into P4 at the moment. So Scotty having a much better run than last race. Lorenzbro looking about where he was in P5 in the last race. So he's looking really good in the top 5 again. Aussie 2K Goat looking have a better race as well, up into P6 at the moment. The team principal there for Williams. So both Williams drivers up in the top 6 at the moment, having a good showing. I'm a noob in P7, the Haas driver. Webbsy in P8, so he's got a bit to do to claw his way back up to where he was in the last race. And Marcus Costa on the fresh hards. He'll be pushing to catch that pack just in front of him there.
Yeah, Marcus Costa was just made a beautiful move into the first sector, going side by side with Extinct. A lot of respect in that racing. But it was Broccolilli. Did he DNF just then, or has he left? No, he DNF'd before.
Yeah, that was before. 5 of them were out.
Yeah, but Marcus Costa and Extinct going side by side through Sector 1, showing that you can do it and come away cleanly. KLX maintaining the lead right now in front of Duels, Frosty and Scotty, but DRS is going to be activated at the end of this lap, so they've got one more racing lap to go. It's just a case of can the front runners pull away?
Oh, Tetris, we've got a great battle here for P5 at the moment. If you get down to I'm a Noob or Aussie 2K Goat, they're putting a fair bit of pressure on Lorenzbro and the Alfa Romeo. Marcus Costa as well up in Webbsy's gearbox at the moment. So plenty happening as they go around. This is a nice little section, of course. You want to stay away from turn 8's curb and turn 9 around here. It's very tricky. Yep, the guys stay well away from it on the inside. Nice exit there. A little bit of a rear end snap there from Imanu, but gets control of the car. Webbsy.
Ooh, someone's
all over
round.
the back of him as well. Oh, we do have a car around. Who is it?
Roscoe.
Looks like Roscoe.
Roscoe.
So Roscoe. Yeah, not having a good run of things for Roscoe, unfortunately, in the Ferrari. It's his debut today. Let's hope he has a bit better second half of the race here.
Marcus is on the inside of Webbsy right now. I think he's pushing for that position up into P8. He is Webbsy maintaining the position at the moment, but Marcus is pushing hard right now.
Oh, Marcus, when is he not pushing hard? It's only the way he knows how to race, and yeah, it's really good to see. He's got a lot of talent. There's no doubt about it. Lorenzbro, he's up in the back of Scotty at the moment, so Lorenz has had enough of the pressure from behind, and he wants to put some on Scotty up in P4, and he is at the moment. Lorenz is on those mediums as well, so maybe the softs are just losing a bit of that extra grip that they had at the start, and it looks like they are. Maybe Lorenz has got a bit better downforce as well, but Scotty's under all sorts of pressure. Let's see if the guys behind him can catch up as well. This is a great little battle. So the Alfa Romeo driver, plenty of pressure on the team principal of Red Bull. And yeah, let's see how this one plays out, Tetris.
Sorry, mate, just back with Webbsy, and Marcus Costa is putting a lot of pressure going around the outside of turn 10. Up into turn 11 and 12, he's
there's contact. Yeah, it looks like Webbsy and Marcus made contact there. Marcus did a couple of spins. Did you see that?
I did see that. Marcus has lost a couple of positions there, but it's not the end of the race for him.
If he doesn't have damage, that is remarkable that he spun around like that. He's boxing. So, yeah, not sure. Looked like he was up on the inside there of the Ferrari driver and squeezed him a little bit, and looked like there was a bit of contact. So, unfortunate for those two. But, yeah, Marcus, hopefully he can catch up and continue racing.
Back up to the action between Scotty, Lorenzo Bro, Aussie 2K, I'm a Noob, There's like four drivers sitting in behind Scotty. He's just maybe struggling with the setup or struggling with the tyres at the moment, but Lorenzo Bro putting a lot of pressure on the Red Bull team principal as they come through turn 10 down to the DRS straight. I believe DRS is now activated.
Noob. Sorry, I'm a noob up on the inside. Aussie 2K goat just behind Lorenz Bro and Scotty, who are fighting it out. So a couple of battles there side by side. Sorry to cut you off there, Tetris.
No.
I think Scotty might just have a bit different setup. So he looks faster in the corners and a little slower down the straight maybe. But we'll see how that one plays into effect.
Well, I'm just on board with Scotty now. Lorenzo Bro is flashing, but he goes to the inside, makes the move up the inside. Scotty taking around the outside, keeping side by side through turn 1, 2, and 3, round to the chicane of turn 3. The hairpin of turn 3. Manages to keep the position. And Lorenzo Bro having a massive snap. And now we've got Aussie 2K on the outside, which gets the moves done. And he's also got I'm a noob. Sorry, go on.
No, he does. He's got I'm a noob all over him. So Lorenz Bro is flashing and he's lost a little bit. I'm a noob up on the inside. So these guys going side by side in places where you don't think it's going to happen. As you called earlier in turn 3, it was absolutely amazing. Lorenz and Scotty going side by side. That's exactly how you get it done. We saw it in Tier 3. Those guys just weren't able to execute, but these guys putting on a bit of a show here, you've got to say. Coming up to lap 9 at the moment. Just beautiful driving here, Tetris.
Beautiful driving here, and we're just going to leave this very, very briefly to go up the front. KLX out the front with Duels and Frosty. It looks like there's a bit of a battle going on for P1. Duels, KLX is, I don't know if he was pushed into the thing, but he is round, and he's got front wing damage.
Didn't see what happened. Unfortunate, so unfortunate. He has to wait until all the cars go past him there. So KLX, hopefully, just unfortunate. So he's probably got damage there, face first into the wall, and Duels in the McLaren has taken P1 at the moment. Yeah,
it looked like a clean battle. I think he may have just hit the curb on the inside and just misjudged the inside. It didn't look like that Duels was making contact. It looked like there was a fair bit of room separating them, but he just must have kissed that inside curb, and that's auto spin when you do that. But back to this battle, Aussie 2K is now sitting behind Scotty, so now Aussie 2K is in the prime position to get past the Red Bull if he can.
Yeah, Aussie 2K GOAT will be desperate for a podium. We know that Williams is in front of the overall championship here at Inters Racing League with just 3 rounds to go. So he'll be doing everything he can to get every single point for his team. He's going to have a look up on the inside or the outside. Depends where Scotty goes. Scotty moves to the left. Aussie 2K GOAT gets the move done. But we know Scotty breaks late here and on the outside keeps position. This is a great little battle. Can they go side by side round into turn 3? No, Aussie 2K GOAT decides to go around the outside, give Scotty a bit of room. Up in the back of the gearbox of the Red Bull at the moment. Great exit there from Scotty. He's really keeping that pressure off the back of him for these last couple of laps. It's a really great executive driving here defensively. I'm a noob on the back of Lorenz Bro, so Lorenz is struggling on those mediums, you think, a little bit, or maybe just out of DRS because he is flashing.
I think it's a bit of both, but it's also... Broke Vegan goes for a move on the inside, but misjudges it, and now the Ferrari of Websy is caught up in an incident with Broke Vegan. That is such a shame for both those drivers. Back to Aussie 2K, it looks like the Red Bull in front of him is actually flashing, so he's going to be trying to make the move on the start-finish straight to try and get past him, because I feel as though the setup that they both have are quite different, and if he can just get in front, he'll be able to... There's a flash. He takes the inside and makes the move. Scotty hangs it around the outside. He's not giving up simply, but he makes the move done. And now he's got Lorenzo Bro and Lorenzo Bro behind him. So it's a 3-car battle for P3 right now.
It is, and Websy is going to have to come in to change that wing there, so the little clash, it's cost him. So, Lorenz Bro still pushing on the back of Scotty, and Scotty just hanging on to the back Aussie 2K goat, so he does want to hold on to that podium. There's no doubt about that. But Aussie 2K goat just looks like he's getting a little bit better traction out of the exit of these corners. We've got another yellow flag. Sector 1, I think it was, but we'll continue on. So Dools is in P1, Frosty's in P2, trying to chase him down in the Haas. We've got about half of the race, just under half of the race done here, so playing out pretty well for the guys out in front, keeping it pretty clean. Tyler pushing hard in P7, trying to get that DRS gap closed to Extinct Body, and Extinct Body trying to get the gap closed as well to his teammate in P5 there. So both the Alfa Romeos in the top 6, and Lorenzbro gets the move done as Aussie 2K, comes into pit.
Yeah, Aussie 2K pulled into the pits because he knew that it was almost time for that pit stop. He wants to try and get some fresh tyres on so he can get some time gap, because he knows he's got a good setup. He wants to try and get a time gap between him and Scotty when he decides to pit. So Lorenzo Bro sitting behind Scotty at the moment. Frosty and Dools still having a great little battle.
No! Sorry, Aussie 2K goes around. I think he just had a little bit of contact there with I'm a Noob. Oh, and Broke Vegan is I don't know how he's still going there. He just absolutely collected Aussie 2K goat, who was stuck there.
He could be beat.
Yeah, looks like he might be. Yeah, no, he's getting control of that car. Oh, wow.
Whoa! Websy almost gets taken out as well with Broke Vegan trying to correct his car.
Yeah, unlucky there for Broke Vegan. Just came around blind, and there was a car just sitting right in the middle there, so not much he could do. And Aussie 2K goat, if he doesn't have damage, he'll be thanking his lucky stars to get away with that. So KLX in P12 is just going to be pushing to try and salvage as many points as he can from the back here. He is leading Tier 1 Championship, and Williams desperately needs the points to keep in front of McLaren.
Yeah, and we're going to see how the... yeah, that was very interesting. We're going to see if... Yeah, I don't think Aussie 2K is going to be able to undercut, because Scotty is already out of the pits and he's only just coming down the start-finish straight now. But on those fresh mediums, he should be able to try and catch him. Where's Lorenzo Bro? He's still out, so he hasn't pit. Looks like Dools... who was it? Frosty and Dools, wasn't it? So Frosty has pit, Dools is still out the front. See if he actually responds to Dools pitting, to Frosty pitting, and see if he comes in this lap.
So according to this, yeah, Dools and Lorenzbro haven't stopped yet.
No, Dools and Lorenzo Bro haven't stopped yet, but Dools and Frosty were in P1 and P2, and Frosty has just pit. Now Dools has pit. Let's see where that brings him out.
So Lorenz stays out.
Lorenzo
so he's going to take
out.
over. Oh, Extinct up on the inside. So you think Lorenz may have just let his teammate through there into P1. So both the Alfa Romeos, P1, P2. Someone's just come out of pits there.
That's Frosty.
Look like...
no.
Broke Vegan.
Broke Vegan.
Is, stopping on track there. Maybe just trying to get out of the way of the cars, you'd imagine. Just letting a few of those guys go through. He's pulling over, driving on the grass.
He's doing a bit of lawn mowing.
He's making an attempt for Jim's mowing here. Now he's back on and he's underway. So, yeah, just unfortunate there for Broke Vegan. But back under racing. So, as we said, the two Alfa Romeos, P1 and P2 at the moment. So, Timmy, the team principal, he'll be pretty happy to see those cars in those positions at the moment. Tyler in P3 in the Alpine. Roscoe's in P4 in the Ferrari. Not too far off Tyler. Matty AU's in P5. Probably one of his best finishing positions if he can stay there at the end of this race. Dawes as well, his teammate in P6. So the McLaren's pushing for some good points as well. And Haas, you've got to say, P7 and P8, they're looking for some good points.
Yep.
Frosty and I'm a Noob, respectively.
Look, at the moment, we've got, I think, provisional P1 is Dools, because all of the cars from P1 to P4 haven't pit yet. So Dools will be in provisional P1 or like strategic P1. Frosty was able to sit even with the undercut, wasn't able to undercut him, but has been able to maintain the that gap between Dools. So he's still in a position to challenge for the win. Matty AU, Dools is coming up on Matty AU. But Matty Ayew hasn't pit yet, so we'll see what happens here if there's a bit of team orders to let to let Duels through, and for maybe Matty Ayew to become a bit of a chicane for Frosty to get past. So let's see what happens here. Matty Ayew's got to let Duels through because he's on the fresher tyres. Yep, he
there
has.
He goes.
He's going to try and...
Oh, Frosty!
Frosty gets moved done as well.
Yep, he got through, so Matty Ayew get caught napping there, but I've got to pull you up. Extinct Body, he has pitted in P1. He pitted on the first lap of the race and put on those hard tyres to go to the end, so he will struggle. Yep, he will struggle towards the end, and Roscoe and Lorenz will look to chase him down, I'd imagine. And Duels as well. Like, as you said, he's really in maybe net P1, but Frosty gets up on the inside of Duels, gets the move done.
Gets the move done, but look, we know that Duels is a fighter. He's not going to let that go. But this might play into Extinct hands, because if Extinct, if these guys battle too much, that's going to help with Extinct to maintain that lead. They're like 5.5, 6 seconds behind him. But look, they're on fresher tyres. I don't know how, but they are. Looks like Frosty's starting to flash already. So he's already used a lot of his battery fighting with Duels.
Yep, trying to save a bit of battery there, and I don't know if Duels will completely agree with you. Just a fighter. I think he's a lover and a fighter. He fights for what he loves, and he's out there trying to get a podium at the moment. Just touches the back of Frosty, so he's definitely getting the most out of those tyres at the moment, but so is Frosty as well, because he's on fresh mediums, and Roscoe struggling on those 14-lap-old mediums. I wonder if he's going to come in and throw something on to go a bit quicker, but yeah, hopefully he can hold on. As we see, Duels does get the move done on Frosty, so these two going back and forth.
Lorenzo Bro is in. So
he's putting on softs. Yep.
He's putting on softs till the end. He's got 8 laps to go. So that should be, they should be fine to go to the end.
Duels all over the back of this Ferrari. Roscoe's positioning the car nicely, but gives him a bit of room, opens up the door and lets him go through. It's considerate driving there from the Ferrari driver, and does the same for Frosty.
I think he's being lapped. I think he has to. I think he's under blue flags.
Negative.
Oh, no, negative. Don't listen to me. I'm on drugs.
He's in P4. He's doing well. It's just the 15-lap-old mediums, and he knows that he hasn't got a chance against those guys who are on 3- and 4-lap-old mediums. So just doing the right thing there, Roscoe. Shout out to you. Matty Ayew in P5 on 15-lap-old hards, as the same as Extinct Body in P1. So those tyres will be, they'll be coming under fire at the moment. Still be getting a little bit of life out of those, but he'll be feeling the pressure from Iman Noob in P6 in the Haas, because he's got 6-lap-old mediums, and he's brought the gap down to the DRS, which he's opened up at the moment and pushing hard. Let's see if he's going to get the move done coming into turn 1.
Just sits in behind.
Has a good look.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the Frosty and Duels. Don't worry.
You're
We're
right,
talking about Iman Noob and Maddie.
I was, yep, and yep, Iman Noob gets the job done. So Maddie struggling on those 16-lap-old hards. Scotty's going to push as hard as he can to try and chase Maddie down. He's got much fresher tyres. Tyler as well, P8. He just got the fastest lap on those softs, and Lorenz just pitted as well on those fresh softs. So he'll be looking to go quite quickly to the end, you'd imagine.
Yeah, look, I think all of the drivers here, except for, does Matty, are you pit now for a set of softs to try and make up a few positions? It's going to be, he might even be holding out for a safety car.
It's 6 of the one, half a dozen of the other, isn't it? You know, it's
look,
it's just going to come down to the tyres and how they're feeling. You know, if he's really struggling around those corners, I think the smart thing is maybe to come in and box. Or do you predict that the guys behind you on those quicker tyres are going to be fighting around there and save you some time?
Look, I think the answer is going to come very shortly. Duels has already made up of that 5.5 seconds. He's already made 4 seconds up in the last 2 laps to Extinct. He's pulled out a 1.7 second gap to Frosty. So Duels is like feeling pretty fine on those 5-lap-old medium tyres, as opposed to Extinct on 17-lap-old hards. They are going to be exceptionally grainy and extremely ordinary. But look, tip of the hat to Extinct. You know, it's a risk. Every strategy you take is a risk.
Yeah.
You have to sometimes risk it for the biscuit, as they say. But Dulles is going to, I would imagine, get this move done without a huge amount of dramas at all. He's sitting right behind. He's 2 and a bit tenths behind. And as they come onto the start-finish straight, the DRS is open. He's already up beside him.
Yep. Like
There's
a
nothing
papaya
you can
shark,
do.
just stalking his prey there, and got the move done nice and easily. So, yep, shout out to Dulles. Looks like he should be able to run away with this one if he can just keep it in front of him. Extinct Body holding on. He's got 2.5 second gap to Frosty in P3, who's coming as quickly as he likes. Roscoe's holding on for dear life as well on 18 lap old mediums. He's still got 6 laps to go on those mediums, so Frosty will be hoping for a safety car, you'd imagine. Brake Vegan's had enough tonight. I think he's just retired in pit lane. Yep. So we're going to have 12 cars likely to finish here. It would have been points for Alpine if Brake Vegan just continued on, but yep, he's had enough.
And look, tip of the hat to Extinct. He's only a second behind Dulles. I think he's dropped out of the DRS. Yeah, he hasn't got DRS on that straight. But there's 3 seconds between him and Frosty. So if he can just like eke these tyres out for the next 6 laps, 5 and a bit laps, he's got a podium. But I don't want to comms curse him just yet. Obviously Roscoe doing really well on 18 lap old mediums. Noob is looking like that he is catching Roscoe not overly quickly, but he's definitely pulling that delta in as the laps count down. Matty, are you getting passed by the Red Bull of Scotty on much fresher medium tyres? But still in the points, P7, a top 7 finish for Matty. If he can keep that in hand, that would be great. That'd be fantastic for McLaren.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it, but Lorenz, I'm telling you, Lorenz is looking really fast on those fresh softs. Tyler, it was pretty much fodder for Lorenz, although he's got 2 lap older softs. Lorenz he's just pushing a lot harder in this last stint, and he's already up onto the back of that McLaren, so I reckon he might be able to get the job done here, at least on Matty and Scotty. Yeah, he'll be hoping to get a couple of moves done before the end of this race.
Absolutely. So I think the movers and shakers at the end of the race will be Lorenzo. He's like right on the back of Matty right now. He's going to be able to get that move done. It looks like he's trying to get it done before the pit straight, but Matt, he's gone the inside. He's hungry for he wants to catch up to Scotty. He wants to keep pace with Scotty because he knows that on his fresher softs. But Matty's coming back down the outside.
Well, you got to love it from Matty. Yeah. Dips a toe in, unfortunately, into the grass, and yeah, that's going to cost him there. A bit of dirty air in front of him, but Matty AU's not going to die wondering. 20 lap old hards and braking late, got the DRS open and gave it everything he got there, but unfortunately just couldn't stick it out with Lorenz on those much fresher tyres.
Just on board with Scotty at the moment. He's on 9 lap old mediums. Lorenzo Bro tries to go on the inside, not a very good spot to do it, so he just backs out, tucks in behind. He knows there's a yellow flag. What's going on there? No? Everyone's cool?
Yeah, maybe a slight moment. I think I'm a noob may have had a moment because Roscoe's up in a P3.
Yeah, Roscoe's up in
Noob's going to be pushing really hard to get that job, pushing really hard to get that move done.
Yep. So it looks like the big movers, the movers at the end of the race will be I'm a Noob is pushing to get that podium off Roscoe Arm. Dulles has pulled out. He's only pulled out a 3-second gap. I'm a Noob gets the move done cleanly into turn 1, and
Lorenzo on Scotty.
Yeah, Lorenzo was always going to get that on fresh softs, but those mediums will, they'll be able to stick with, or they should be able to stick with the softs in front. What's going on there?
Tyler had a bit of a drift for the fans out of turn 3. Pretty epic on those soft tyres.
Matty, are you still in P8? So shout out to Matty for sticking out on 21 lap old hards. Like Extinct,
Yeah,
I'm a
extinct.
noob's 7 seconds behind. So you don't think 6.5 seconds behind Extinct. So you don't think that he's going to be able to make that up in 2.5 laps. But hey, stranger things.
No, no, stranger things, but I think Extinct's going to hang on to a podium here, and you got to say it's a hell of a drive there. 22 lap old. He put those hards on just a lap and a half, or maybe just 1 lap actually into the race. And Dulles, as you said, pulling away, should get the win for McLaren. So Mercer will be very happy with his #1 driver there. I'm a noob in the Haas. He's had a great race too to be up in P3. Roscoe's done well to do 22 laps on those mediums. Just keeps going and going. Frosty's right on the back of his gearbox though, so you'd imagine he might lose one more position before the end of this race. And Lorenz just keeps getting faster and faster, but you'd imagine those softs might be wearing out. Oh, look, actually, no, I think they still have some pretty good life in them. There's only a lap and a half to go. 2.5 laps to go, sorry.
Yeah, 2.5 laps to go. Frosty is looking rather racy, but just being very patient through sector 2. Goes to the inside, gets the move done before turn 10. So yeah, that's a great move from Frosty on the inside of the Ferrari. But Lorenzo Bros only got 1.5 seconds to catch up to Roscoe, so that might be a last lap battle that we might have to look out for as well, because those 7 lap old hards, they're still going to be slightly better than those 22 lap old mediums. But this is the final lap. As we head into the final lap, Jules is he's out front, 4.5 seconds he's pulled out. Noob is still 6 seconds behind Extinct, so no movement there. The only real battles that could happen, as I said, is Lorenzo. If he can just, he's catching, he's caught about 4/10 in the first sector. So we'll see if he actually is able to pull that gap in. Doesn't look like he's managing to do it too quickly. Websy pulling out the fastest lap on the second last lap at the moment. But as we count down to the final flag, as Dulles rounds the final corner, it looks like he is going to be the race leader, the race winner for the Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, yeah. He almost lets Extinct past him. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, he's out of fuel. Oh, wow.
Yep. This is the race that catches you out of fuel.
So
yeah, if there's anyone
close.
on the calendar, it's this one. Yep.
2/10. Oh my gosh, that was. I'm wondering why he's actually slowing down. And then got a message from Mercy. He's out of fuel, so he was so very lucky, winning by 2/10. Extinct almost snatching that victory on those 24 lap old hards, but managing to come in P2. Noob in P3, Roscoe Arm P4, Lorenzo P5, Scotty P6, Matty AU P7, and then the rest of them that I didn't get a chance to mention.
Yeah, great call, Tetris. Had some great racing in the second race there, no doubt about it. It was really good to see, and yeah, I thought Mercy's going to be pretty happy to see his driver get away with that win, but as you said, only just at the end there, running out of fuel. So, yeah, it would have been absolutely biting his nails at the end there to see Extinct coming home with enough fuel to almost get the race win there.
To almost snatch the victory away. That was a great, drive from Dulles. That could have been, yeah, like you said, it catches you out this race. If you don't overfuel, even with the 2 safety cars, I'm surprised that he was out of fuel on that final lap.
Yep, no doubt about it. Yeah, just really lucky that he held on there at the end. So what we'll do now is we'll get the race winners from the first and the second race in here. So pretty sure we've got all the invites out. So we'll just wait until they get in. Doesn't really matter which order we go, which race, I guess. Just make sure we've got the order right of the races.
Do you remember who? I know KLX and
I
Websy. I
do.
think it was
Yep.
KLX, Websy, and
Frosty.
Frosty. That's right.
Yep. So I think it was Frosty. Yep. Got to get one out
Yeah.
of Frosty there.
Oh, actually, I can go to standings. No, I can't.
That's all
Race
right. I've got
director.
everyone in it except Frosty, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Well, what an exciting afternoon of racing.
It was. Yeah, tier 1. So we do have Extinct in here, so we may as well get underway with these interviews for the second race. So at Netherlands, just trying to pull up this at the moment. All right, Extinct. So P2 there, hell of a race there from you just to hold on to those hards. You obviously came into pit with the early safety car that saw, I think it was at least 4 cars DNF on turn 3. Bit of a concertina effect there, and yeah, a bit of a pile up, but you managed to avoid that. And as we said, yeah, you went long, had a bit of a help from your teammate there at the end, I think just covering you off, and yeah, you held on. So pretty happy with a podium at the end of that.
Obviously, I mean, I didn't expect to get on the podium with the pace I had, but the early safety car and just putting it on hards, and the hards lasting till the end helped. And I saw like dudes running out of fuel at the end, and I thought I had a chance.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I bet your eyes
just
would have lit up, yeah, when you saw that.
yeah, 2 tenths, like just a little bit.
Yep, yep. I'm sure Timmy would have been riding that one home for the race win, but yeah, nonetheless, a P2 for those hard tyres that would have been screaming at the end. So Tetris, anything you want to add to Extinct Body?
No, look, I'm just really impressed with the drive, mate. 22 laps on hards, managing to almost clinch the victory with enough fuel. What were you thinking as you came around that last corner, as you saw that delta decreasing? Did you actually think that you'd be able to make it?
I saw the yellow flag out, and I was thinking, wondering if he spun, and then
Yeah.
I realized he was out of fuel. So I just dumped the entire battery down the straight, and and luckily I had enough fuel. So if just like the 2 tenths, if I'd pushed up the previous laps before, I feel I could have won. But fair play to Duels on winning with low fuel mode at the end over there.
Oh, look, fair play to you, mate. Well, congratulations. Timmy be very happy with a podium and a top 10 finish from uh, who's your teammate? I can't even
Lawrence,
remember. Lorenzo, yes, of course. He was looking very racy at the end, I think in P6 or P7. So,
yeah, like softs, and then he just went on,
yeah.
overtook everyone on.
Well, congratulations. You almost had a podium in the first race too, but I think you got a 3 second time penalty, which dropped you back a few positions. So that was very unfortunate, but really good racing from you this afternoon, man. Congratulations on your podium and good drive.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Who else have we got in the chat, Broseph? My friend.
Mate, yep, amazing race there from Extinct. You've got to say the Alfa Romeo driver really put on a great show there to put himself on the podium in the second race at Netherlands. We don't have anyone else in chat at the moment. The invites are out, so you can imagine a lot of these drivers are probably just grabbing a drink
Celebrating.
of water, yeah, or just relieving themselves in the other room. But yeah, we'll give them a few more minutes just to get in here. So just a quick recap. Race 1 there in France, we had KLX take out the victory in the Williams. I know he's pretty busy, so he may not be able to stick around. Websy, we saw the debut reserving there in the Ferrari. He picked up the P2. Frosty as well was the reserve debut driver in the Haas, so he picked up third place there in France. So shout out to those guys. Hopefully we can have a quick word with them in chat. And then, of course, we just spoke with Extinct, who was P2 here in the Netherlands for Alfa Romeo. I'm a noob. I don't think we'll get I'm a noob in here in the Haas. I think he has a few microphone issues. And Dools, of course, in the McLaren. Would love to talk to the race winner there, get his perspective on that race. I thought he did a really great job out there for his team. We'll give him another minute or so, Tetris, as this one plays out. But yeah, overall, mate, just yeah, pretty good racing. Few too many DNFs at the start. It was unfortunate that Mamba couldn't get his car going off the start in race one, and had a few. Yeah, I actually think he DNF'd as well on turn 3 of race 2. So shout out to Mamba, who actually lives in America and gets up at very early in the morning to help out AlphaTauri. And yeah, he would have just been absolutely spewing with those results, and probably would have, probably rolled up a fat one and went straight back to bed.
I would say you're probably right. So yeah, well, yeah, big massive shout out to Mumba for staying up and persevering. But yeah, very disappointing. He'd be really disappointed because he loves a good race. Very racy guy. Well, I don't know if he's a racy guy, but he's a racy driver who likes to have a bit of a stoush and go side by side, and generally pretty, I would say, fair. But yeah, look, there was some pretty decent driving out there today. I saw some really good moves from quite a few drivers in the first race and also the second race. There was some good strategy as well coming into play. Obviously, Duels and Frosty, when it came to the pit stop strategy in the second race, Duels, Frosty was trying for the undercut, didn't manage to make it work, but managed to get behind him really close. But then, yeah, just fell away a little bit at the end there, and obviously extinct with that very risky tyre strategy, almost managing to pull off the win. It's
Yep, no doubt about it. Yep. So,
super
yep,
interesting.
Yep, shout out to the race winners today. KLX, obviously, in France, and Duels in the McLaren at the Netherlands. So I think that's going to wrap it up. So that'll be, yep, round 16 and 17 done for Tier 1 Inters Racing League. Make sure you join us in Canada for round 18, just 3 rounds to go. Friday night, we'll kick it off in Tier 3, 8 p.m. This has been Broseph and Tetris, and we'll see you Friday night. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Good night, all. Thanks very much, Broseph.
Peace, mate.